Hello, and welcome to the Teen Beans podcast where we talk about anything and everything because we are not keen without beans. I'm Sarah, joined by my co host Danielle. How are you?
Great.
Okay. So today, I don't know, we just want to talk about things we like, music, or current favorite music, shows we watch,
Yeah.
movies maybe, and then maybe talk about one of our favorite companies, or
Yeah. Her
production
favorite
companies.
company.
Yeah, Disney. But what music are you currently a fan of?
I mean, there's not that much I listen to, mainly, or probably just like some Billie Eilish. I don't know. Not that much.
Yeah, I like her. She has a good voice. She has a unique sound.
Yeah.
But
And then all the bad guy remixes, like, I don't know, everybody
yeah.
just like makes fun of it. Like, yesterday I saw one where somebody was playing bad guy on grass. So, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, anything else you're into?
I mean, just a few TV shows, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. The music I listen to is kind of like the same. It's always been the same, sort of. It's all over the place, my music taste. I like oldies, and then I also like new ones. I don't know.
Yeah, I also listen to some Queen.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like Queen. I like Michael Jackson, Madonna, Janet. Yeah. Um, what shows do you watch?
Pretty much just The Arrow, Flash, and Arrested Development. That's all. That's it.
The Good Place?
Oh wait, yeah, also The Good Place, but not that much of it anymore.
Well, I can't list the total number of shows that I've seen on Netflix because that would go on and on. But my current favorite on Netflix, the ones that I watch the most are probably Black Mirror. I just started watching Dynasty, The Twilight Zone, Haunting of the Hill House. I watched that last Halloween and I'm gonna rewatch it probably. It was so good. Um, I don't know. Seven Deadly Sins. That was a good series. It's about a stalker who I don't know, would stalk his crush. So pretty creepy, but it's a good show. Um
Wow.
I mean it's kinda yeah. It's a heavy topic. I don't know. Yeah. I mean I've seen other shows. Like I've finished Uran Host Club, Your Lie in April, Once Upon a Time. It's by Disney.
Yeah.
It's by Disney? Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. And I used to watch that every day. I think I was in 8th grade. And now I just stopped for a while cuz all the drama, I do that with shows. Whenever I'm watching a show that I like and there's something dramatic happens, I have to stop watching it because I get emotional. I don't know why, but I'm like, okay, I got to get away from this drama. So then I just start a new show. That's why I have so many on my list that I haven't even finished.
Bro.
Yeah. Like there's a show Chuck that's on Amazon. All of these right now are on Netflix, but I watched Chuck and then something dramatic happened. He made a dumb mistake and then I haven't seen it in like 2 weeks because of that.
I mean,
I'm gonna
pretty
go
sure
back to it
it's
eventually.
like probably gonna get fixed or something, and then something else. Like, if it's too dramatic or if it's too out of place, then it'll probably leave the show somehow. But
Well, yeah, I know.
yeah.
It's just I don't know why I process that weirdly, I guess. But yeah, I what else do we have that we
I mean,
not
like I
really
already
sure.
said it, we both watched Arrested Development.
What movies have we seen lately aside from all the new ones released? Like I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I'm still waiting for more movies to come on Netflix. I don't think any of this, like, besides Into the Spider-Verse, I don't think any of the other Spider-Man movies will come onto Netflix for a little while at least, because it's owned by Sony and stuff like that.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah,
So now we'll be talking about Disney and like one of my favorite companies because they made so many classics. It's pretty much the definition of my childhood. They recently, not sort of recently, released Toy Story 4, which I can't wait to watch. And then also The Lion King the other day.
oh yeah,
Lion King was released, right? Yeah.
oh wait no,
Is it? Yeah, July 19th.
oh
And Oh, Aladdin was released before that. I haven't seen Aladdin. Aladdin, the classic, is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
And I want to see it, but yeah. And they announced on March 27th, 2020, Mulan will be in theaters, the live action. And let's see what else. They have Maleficent going on. It'll be in theaters on October 18th.
They're making like they're really pushing towards more live action. Or
Yeah.
I know or that kind of style, cuz I know for the Lion King it wasn't actually most of it wasn't actually live action, but still I know with the Lion King, that's live action or kind of sort of that style. They also have um, Maleficent. They're making Mulan. They have Aladdin already. So I don't know. They're just kind of redoing their old movies.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I feel like, yeah, like you said, they're recycling the same content. And, I mean, of course, they add a twist to it. Like, I liked the Beauty and the Beast live action. Or, I guess, realistic looking effects. I liked that. Because they added new music. They added a couple different elements, but still kept the same topic
Oh yeah,
or theme.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they should do too much of that. I feel like I'd prefer them just making more original movies. Yeah, like
'Cause
not just.
sort of like Inside Out. I liked Inside Out, remember?
Hmm.
And I feel like that, I mean, they got a lot of publicity from that, but not, it didn't get that much attention compared to all of this.
Yeah, and they're getting like the actors that they're getting to play, and especially in Lion King, there's so many like famous actors. It just really brings so much attention to the movie. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just like attracts a lot of people to it. But I know it's slightly different, but still, I kind of would prefer like original movies.
Yeah. Like, I miss the old Disney. I miss the old Disney Channel. That was fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't really hear much about Disney Channel anymore.
yeah. I know. Aren't they making like a live action Ariel movie?
Yeah, they are, and they did the casting for it, but I don't see the release dates yet. I think they're working on it currently.
I know. I mean, yeah. So I mean, I'm glad that at least we still get like original animation movies from Pixar at least.
Yeah.
Like Inside Out, Toy Story. There's a new one, and yeah, think they're gonna continue that way because I don't know how they're gonna make it live action.
Yeah,
in
of
any
course.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, Disney and Pixar, they're growing a lot. I just want Pixar to release a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not right now because they got the Toy Story going on, but you know, I'd like to see more movies from them in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to Disney World. I haven't gone there like in forever.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to talk about. We can talk about what goals we initially had for the summer break. What did you have any goals or
I mean, not really. Just like not to regress that much.
yeah.
Yeah, just to keep everything up there and hold on to that knowledge because it'll play a big part into next year, especially because I'm switching schools, so it's kind of I'm unclear of where that may lead, but it should lead to a better future.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
both switching schools and I don't know, I don't know about you, but for me I'm kind of afraid. Not because I mean not afraid, more so nervous because we've never done this before and
Yeah.
I don't know how to make friends, you know, in a
Yeah.
new school in a new environment. Cuz we've kind of grown up in this one community and we don't really know how it is outside of that.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm kind of like excited to see what's different and
Yeah.
what's new. Cause I mean, it's not that the. I think the making friends shouldn't be that hard, because, um, cause I'm going into ninth grade. So for me, I just finished middle school. So, and it's a high school. So everybody there is gonna be new. Is just gonna be going into high school. So, yeah, a few people may know each other, but I don't think everybody would know each other. And also, it shouldn't. I don't know. It's just with your interests and classes. So, if you if you really like a certain subject, and you pick that subject as your elective, and then you'll be in the same class as the other person who also likes that same subject. So you'll
Yeah.
have something in common, or you're taking the same class, so you already have something in common there. So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it'll be not easier to make friends, but maybe better. Because in the school that we were in before, it was quite small compared to others, um, in the quantity of students. And we were kind of, even, we were forced to be, you know how you have the groups, like, oh, you got the, I don't
Yeah,
know,
like
the Barbie
cliques.
dolls. Yeah, yeah, you just have those groups. We didn't really have that. Like, we had a group maybe of 5 people, but then you'd still have to be friends with everyone, like 75 kids. You'd kind of have to be friends with a lot of people that you don't really want to be friends with, you know?
Mhm.
Like, for me, I'd have in mind, okay, they're just my classmate, or they're an acquaintance, or whatever. But then they would think I'm their friend, and then if I didn't think that way, they would start drama. It was crazy.
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of fine with it, because like being friends with everybody is kind of good, but then just um then you could be closer to some other people, but you
Yeah.
can still, it's good to consider, or it's good if everybody, like, it's better if everybody considers you as their friend, or if you have many people that they consider you as a friend, versus nobody considering you or as a friend. Because say if you need to fall back on somebody, or you need help, or that one person could end up helping you or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying to shut down or shut out everyone in your life, but I mean, in the old school that we were at, I felt like because I was friends with everyone, I didn't have anyone to fall back to. Or didn't really have any, or not anyone, but didn't have a lot of people to, I don't know. What's the word? I don't really know how to say it, but if you're friends with everyone, you end up being friends with no one. That's my mentality. I mean, of course, be nice to everyone. You know, we encourage that, being nice to everyone. That's a good thing. Let your personality reflect on others. But
Yeah, for me it's more
yeah,
like just be friends with everybody, and then but there can be a specific group of people that you spend more time with and that you're closer to, um and they, like, you're close friends basically, and then everybody else can still be your friend, and you have these close friends that you spend more time with, and you know so yeah, I guess that's
yeah,
just my way of thinking.
yeah. I mean, it's a good mentality. Just remember, things don't always work out the way you want to in high school, because you're going to high school. Yeah. He's becoming a freshman, and I'm getting into junior year. I remember my freshman year. Freshman year was probably the best year I've ever had, because that's when everyone was working together, and you'll experience that too. Everyone was working together. No one, everyone would complete their projects together. They'd help each other. Blah blah blah. 10th grade, everyone was competing, which I understand why, but not only competing in a academic standpoint, but everyone was just trying to bring others down. Not everyone, but a lot of people. And then they were starting every week. You There'd be drama, and then somehow you'd get dragged into it. It was messy.
I mean, we already have, like, I mean, like, for a few of my friends, we do, like, compete academically. We do have a few friends that we kind of sort of
Well, that's
try
friendly
to,
competition.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think still, like, friendly competition is good. Or like in PE, I know some people used to compete who can um run the most laps, like, for like the pacer test or something, who can run the most laps.
Yeah.
Or yeah, and then it's kind of like saying, I think it's okay, just friendly competition. And yeah, as
Yeah.
long as it's just for fun and friendly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good to have friendly
like there are
competition.
no sore losers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just
It's smart, but just know who you're quote unquote competing with, or I mean, you guys encourage each other even when one of you guys like falls down,
hmm
But there would be some people, I'm just warning you for when you get into high school. There would be some people who would pretend to be my friend, and then they would say condescending things. They would sort of use you. And it's not something that just occurs in high school. It can occur in middle school, elementary, even in the real world for adults. That's something that if you don't experience it now, you're going to experience it later. If you don't experience it later, you're going to, I don't know, experience it. You're going to experience it sometime in your life. If not all the time.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, my goals for summer, I didn't really set the bar high as I did last year. Last year was sort of like to get outside more. Yeah. This year was to try at least one thing that I haven't done before, and that would be this podcast.
Yeah, just getting out of, I mean, I wouldn't say like comfort zone exactly, but just like we've never done something like this before or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, but this is basically kind of I guess an achievement
Yeah.
over this summer, something that we've never done before.
And it's something we want to continue to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And you feel proud just uploading even our first episode. And I mean, I sort of had a fear of public speaking. Like even presenting, well, not a fear, but even presenting for a project in class, I would get so nervous my face would turn red.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I would kind of like it because I would just like to well immerse myself in the knowledge of what I'm presenting, and
Yeah.
then when I do get up on stage, I don't just keep it like information. Sometimes
Yeah.
I also make it funny and stuff like that when I'm presenting, say like a class project or presentation. Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, I don't know, whenever I'd present things that I was deeply passionate about, I would think I present that better than anything else. Like, I don't know, talking about, neurological studies, I'm passionate about that, and I tend to present that better than, I don't know, talking about Aztec pyramids or something.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it doesn't really matter. Like sometimes I just try to keep the mood light, not just all information, just here it is. I just, if it's, like if I'm making a presentation, sometimes like a PowerPoint presentation thing, I'll probably like add in a meme or something.
Yeah.
Just to like keep the mood a little light, but you're still getting what you need to know, and the teacher still is getting the information. It's not too boring in a way.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and if somebody's like laughing at a meme or something, it's kind of sort of like they're laughing with you. It's almost like, I don't know, you kind of get some support in a way, and it's better than just having a boring presentation.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad we did this, though, because it's sort of overcoming that fear,
Yeah.
And I knew even when I presented last year, even before we got the idea of this podcast, that I had to get over it somehow, whether that's through reading books about public speaking, taking classes, etc., all that stuff. I might still do that, but this is a good start, because you can't see us, but you can hear us, so that's something, at least baby steps. And yeah, I mean, because we're gonna have to speak publicly in our careers in the future, so you have to get over it someday. Might as well do it now, when you're in high school and you're growing mentally and physically. Sort of define your own person. And
Yeah.
becoming who you are gonna be for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, was summer the way that you expected it? Or it's not done yet, but how is it so far?
I guess I just wanted to, like I said, I didn't want to regress like at all, and I kind of just wanted to relax, and that's pretty much just our summer, just my summer at least. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I know there's a short time left, but still, it shouldn't be. I should enjoy the rest of it too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how in the beginning of summer, before we actually have the break, everyone's like, "Oh, we should hang out. We should, every weekend I'm going to go to your house," or everyone's like, "Oh, let's hang out." Everyone. And then we're like, "Yeah, yeah, I'd love to hang out." And then we just end up not doing that in the summer. And it's not because we don't want to. It's just that I don't know, we never get around to it.
Yeah.
At both parties, we never get around to it, and then we're just,
I mean, honestly, like for me, what I do with my friends is I just play with them online,
Yeah.
like on the PlayStation or on PC because I know like they might have something going on, or say even if like their siblings have something going on and they need the house or nobody's there to like nobody else is there at the house. It's just them. So I guess if there's something in the way of blocking people from coming, they could still talk to each other and enjoy like have fun with each other online.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're still like talking, you're still playing, having fun.
Yeah, it's still productive in a way.
Or yeah.
Well, with friendship.
Yeah,
in that perspective. But yeah, I've sort of done the same thing. I've been playing Minecraft with a couple of my friends, and I reconnected with some of my closest friends, but I haven't really been able to be that close to them because we were separated in sections at school. But yeah, I'm glad we did that, and I made a couple of new friends. Danielle has too, in the summer when we went to certain events. It was yeah, and I usually get nervous about making new friends, in case you couldn't tell, because you don't really. It just happens. Some people plan it, I guess, to an extent, but I'm not that type of person because I get really nervous. I don't know why. I need to overcome that someday, but yeah.
Yeah, so what I hope for the new year, for at least myself, like my goals that I like for the school year, I hope to get many volunteer hours, I guess, and just keep it all together. Like as soon as I get an assignment, the day I get it, I'm gonna try to finish it, cause so that way I don't procrastinate and I could put more work into that assignment. Yeah.
We were both good at that. I was better at that probably in elementary and early middle school. In ninth grade, I was okay. I mean, I wasn't majorly procrastinating, but I mean, all of our friends would do a lot of our stuff together. So we'd all like have a lot of study groups every week or every other day sometimes. But 10th grade, I was just really over it because our teachers, we would get a lot of, I mean, this is something that almost every school, I think, experiences at some point. We get a lot of busy work. It's not even teaching us, it's not helping us. Sometimes we wouldn't even learn a lesson. And I was just frustrated with that, and on top of that, a lot of drama in our grade. So I was just like, okay, I don't even care anymore. I'll just do the assignment at lunchtime right before, 10 minutes before the class starts. And, I mean, it's a risk, but who cares? I didn't really care at the time. But one thing I want to do, especially in 11th grade, which is, like, the most important year, I've heard from others, I want to be more organized, and I don't want to procrastinate. I want to do my assignments right away, no matter how, painstaking it is, just... And then I can play afterwards. That way when I get home, I can play,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what other goals I have. Because, I mean, we still have some time. Little bit. Yeah. Before school starts.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to, I guess, for the rest of the summer, what I'm gonna try to do is just maybe prepare for the year.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like I'll try to learn, say like whatever I'm learning, I'll try to learn the basics of it this year, so that way when I go in, it's not like I'm going in blind. So at least for the beginning, I have something, um, somewhat, some knowledge, I
Yeah.
guess.
As
Yeah.
each day goes by, like as each day of summer dies, I'm just slowly building a small vision board in my head of all the goals I want to complete within the school year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest of high school.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, you're gonna be a freshman. What do you expect will happen in high school?
I mean, I just I don't know. I know this new school that I'm going to is gonna be a different environment
Yeah.
compared to our last school, but I'm kind of just hoping it's, like, um, I mean, I know it's high school and it's supposed to be, more strict and staying on task and stuff, or not really staying on task, just more focused, cause yeah. So I just expect more people to pay attention in class, I guess, because in our old school, people used to like talk a lot and would stray like the
Yeah.
teachers would try to like control the students, I guess, because some of them were like would misbehave a lot. But I expect the new school, I expect people to take high school seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's something completely different. It's not middle school anymore.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do want to ask you, because I don't think we've ever really discussed much about it, or much. We haven't really talked deeply about it. How do you deal with drama? Whether it be someone has it directly with you, or you're just somehow, sucked into that drama. How do you deal with it?
I mean, I usually just try to like if somebody, I mean, I usually don't get into drama, but if that ever happens, what I would do is just like separate, like try to just, I guess, calm the other side, and if I did make a mistake, just apologize for it, and then just kind of back away, because I don't want to deal with um anything really too like negative and stuff. Just yeah, because
Yeah.
I want to like have fun and then do good in school, I guess.
Yeah. For me, I would say in freshman year, I was known as the girl who didn't really know how to say no. Even in for majority of the sophomore year. But I think now what I'm experiencing is that I'm not becoming a jerk. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I'm learning how to say no. And I'm learning how to be real with other people. If I'm really not feeling the vibe of what someone's doing to me or what someone's trying to do, I'll just be like, "Hey, stop. Like I'm not into it. Just please go. I don't want to be distracted from my work. This is my priority right now, not you. Please go." I mean, without making anyone cry, of course. You know, but I mean, one thing that is definitely something I noticed about myself is how drastically I'm changing, but not in a bad way. I think I'm just going. Because in the real world, you have to learn to be assertive. Don't be mean, be assertive. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, what do you expect in a friend? Because we're talking about making new friends in this new environment. What do you look for in a friend?
Just like I don't know, more of being there for you, being um just, being kind, and usually just friends with the same hobbies, or who really, I don't know, I guess just can, like, if it's not good if one person's doing all the talking and
Yeah.
somebody else is just listening to you, you know
Yeah.
it's good to hear, I guess, some input, and maybe, yeah, just sometimes creative criticism if when needed.
Yeah, you need someone who's real about it. You
Yeah.
don't want someone. I mean, of course,
If it yeah if it
having a kind friend that's good, but you want someone that can tell you what you want to hear sometimes. You know, the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's too much, then that just kind of becomes. If it's like every second, like, oh,
Yeah, you don't
well,
want
you
them
could have been
criticizing
doing.
you.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want them like criticizing you all day, but when when it's needed, it's good to have somebody there to just tell you, hey, you should actually like, hey, you should get on topic, and we can play after we do our presentation or something like that. You know.
We all need
after.
a friend who like can tell you when something's too far, or when you know, just not put you in your place, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But it has to be, of course, any friendship has to be mutual. Because you could have a nice friend, someone who's kind or who seems kind, but then you feel like you're doing all the work for the friendship to keep that friendship together, and then they're not doing anything. They seem unfazed, and, you know, that ends up turning into a toxic friendship.
Yeah.
So, if that's one thing we've learned, you know, avoid that. But, yeah, a real friendship takes two. Well, we've certainly talked a lot about, I would say, important subjects, about what's coming up, I guess. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We hope you enjoy it. Please follow us on our Instagram at the Teen Beans Podcast, and we upload this podcast on YouTube and on Castbox, so if you could follow us there, subscribe there, and you could download our podcast there if you'd like.
And remember, you're not keen without beans.
Yeah, you're not keen without beans. Please subscribe and comment suggestions for any future topics to discuss on our podcast. Thank you for listening.